This week, I want to talk about time. Did you know time is made up down the pub? Well, that's how I describe it. So, quantum physics tells us that time and space don't exist. Your brain goes, what? Because we experience time. Like, I have a memory of my past. I'm in this moment recording this video. I've got a load of things to do later on today. Like, we can look into the future. And so we experience time in this linear past, present, future. But technically, only now exists. And all the nows are happening in the same moment. God, that makes my brain hurt. So, time is made up down the pub, as I always say. We don't really even have a past. Let that sink in for a moment. You don't have a past. You have memories. Where did they come from? You're like, well, Louise, I lived those things. Well, what if your memories are changed and you think you've lived through them? We don't know. Like, we really don't know how things work. That's the one thing quantum physics can agree on, is that none of them agree on how things work. It's just like, and I've studied lots of stuff for many years. I did quantum mechanics at university, and I was always like, someone always talks about when you learn do kind of get into quantum physics a bit. When you do the maths of it at university, you skip the beginning chapters where it explains all the questions that all of it's based on, and you just get into all this maths of moving clocks running faster, slower, whichever one they do. It's just like really mind blowing stuff. Um, so it's something that I've been like looking at and fascinated at for years, and I've taught some of this for many years, but it still gets me. I mean, like how have I not got a past technically? So, but yet we spend our lives looking at the past and worrying about the future, and none of those things exist. It's just now that technically exists. That's all I'm experiencing is this moment. All you're experiencing is this moment. So technically, all our past lives, future lives, everything is happening in one moment. I mean, it is mind boggling. So, if I don't really have a past, it's kind of already happening. I don't really have a future because it's also happening now. Like, how can I look to my past to define who I am? Because we don't even know if it happened. Could just be some memories logged in your brain that someone projected in there. We don't know how it works. I mean, this isn't a 5 minute conversation, but I'm trying to turn it into a 5 minute conversation. So, like, what I want to get across to all of you, I would love to hear your thoughts on this, is if I don't have a past, technically, how am I still defining who I am today by my past? Like, I always talk to my clients when they're trying to like shift stuff. It's like whatever we're experiencing in this moment and our memories of the past, kind of like we can let those memories define who we are. So one example I always use is your bank balance. Like if you have the memory that you have a certain income every month or week or whatever you work it out at, that kind of defines who you are. It's like, well, who am I to earn more? But you never earn any of that money. So, how does that define what you can have now or in the future? Because it's all made up down the pub. So, sometimes we look to our past to make sure we don't make a mistake in the future. That is a quote from Gary Douglas, founder of Access Consciousness, it's in the BARS manual. And I just love every time I read that sentence, I'm like, it's like looking to the past to make sure you don't make a mistake. And I'm like I could sit for 10 years thinking about that that one bit of, like that one line. It's We can constantly be referencing our past to define who we are, what we can do, who we can be in the world, and it's all a load of BS. It's just belief systems, or the other version of BS as well. You probably can't say on YouTube. I don't know. So we, you know, really can be or create anything. Like you can be someone different every day. It's like, why not? So don't define who you are on your past. Don't define what you plan to do or what you wanted to create in the future based on who you are today or your past. Because you're someone different every day. Like every day you get up and wake out of bed. What if you were born that day? That's the way to look at life. Like being a little kid, just being in the moment, exploring, going for it, just being, and see what you end up creating that day. So much more fun. There's so much less stress to that. And yeah, not having to be defined by labels and who you are. Just be who you are in that moment. Just let go of the baggage. Just be you. Now, I know it's easier said than done, but I hope this video kind of at least makes you think a little bit about having more fun in life and just creating and playing as a little kid, enjoying yourself. Because you have no past. Anyway, random thoughts, but that's what came up to talk about today, so we'll go with it. So I bring out a video every Monday if you want to watch some of my past ones. You can look at my clinic chat playlist if you want to watch all of them from the beginning. And wishing you a great day. Have some fun today. Do what comes to you in the moment, because does any of it really matter? Because it's all made up in consciousness, which is the whole conversation for another day. Anyway, it'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Take care, and I will catch up with you soon.